Some comments on Noah's Ark by a poet called Anonymous. And he said on the fact that Noah and his family were in the ark, he said, don't miss the boat. The second comment was, we're all in the same boat. The third comment was, plan for the ahead. It wasn't raining when Noah started building the ark. And another comment was that don't worry about getting old. Noah was 600 years when he started doing a big task like the ark. He said speed is not important because on the ark there were cheetahs and snails. And then finally he got the ark. He said amateurs built the ark, professionals built the Titanic. And his final comment was that no matter what the storm you have in life, those with God will always have a lovely rainbow ahead. And that's really the uplifting thing about it all, that there's the rainbow, the fact that Noah, having floated over the waters and survived, and at the end of it God set the bow in the sky, the rainbow. And he said, that's a sign of my covenant, that is my agreement with you, that I'll always be with you, I'll always see you through your storms and floods, I'll never forsake you. And that covenant was made with Moses too, renewed on the mountain, when God gave him the 10 Commandments and said, I've got a covenant with you and the Jewish nation. And finally then, that covenant is reasserted and made whole and made very functional when Jesus himself at the Last Supper said, this is the cup of my blood of the new covenant. So that idea is not a legal thing, it's just an agreement between God and us. And you became part of that covenant when you were all baptized by water. Water is a very powerful substance, as you know. It's what we've seen it from the hurricanes and the terrible floods in parts of the world. But that water flowed upon your head and united you with Christ and made you one with his covenant and one with his church and put you into his household, the household of God. And that's the great gift we have. God doesn't stop people suffering. He doesn't just make everything run smoothly for you. Nature does that. It's not God's job to remove all the sufferings and upsets. His job, and he does it, is to sustain us when these afflictions come. Loneliness and worry and failure and all those things. Sickness comes, disappointment with how people act in our families. The things that go wrong for all human beings, and little children at school too, things they don't get the marks they like, they don't have the friends they want. And loneliness comes to all of us at times. You think, when I die, he'll be there for me. And all those things that are part of being a human being, and that you can't escape that. It always is the covenant, always that overarching rainbow saying, I'm with you. Keep full of hope. I will not let you go. And I know you're suffering, but I had to suffer too. But the glory came. So that's the mystery of life. That's your life and mine, full of mystery, but we carry on, always moving forward, never sitting down and saying, woe is me. And that's how it is. So I find when Noah in the ark, he'd be floating along with his wife and children and grandchildren driving him nearly mad, but he said there's hope, we'll come through this, and he did. And we're in the new ark, which is the church, and it is battered by storms at the moment, but it's still afloat, and we're still afloat, and we're in it, and we've got God with us always.